Okay, so we know that if I have two equal ratios, that makes a proportion, and if they're equal, when I multiply across this way and when I multiply across this way, I should get the same thing. So 50 times 224 is 11,200, and we're not scared of big numbers because we got a calculator. So x times 28 has to equal 11,200. So x times 28 has to equal 11,200. I want to get x by itself, so instead of multiplying by 28, I'm going to divide by 28. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. These cancel out. There's my x. 11,200 divided by 28 is 400. So my missing number would be 400. Okay, 9 times 16 is 144. So x times 6 has to equal 144. So x times 6 has to equal 144. And where I got that is from this right here. That's where that equation comes from. So instead of multiplying by 6, I'm going to divide by 6. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. And so x equals 24. Here we're going to say 15 times 9 is 135. So x times 27 times x has to equal 135. So 27 times x has to equal 135. Again, that's where I got that equation. Instead of multiplying by 27, I'm going to divide both sides by 27. That gets the x by itself. 135 divided by 27 is 5. 63 times 17 is 1,071. So x times 51 has to equal 1,071. X times 51 has to equal 1,071. And again, that's where I got that equation. Instead of multiplying by 51, I'm going to do the opposite and divide by 51. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do the other side. 1,071 divided by 51 is 21. So my missing number would be 21. 21 would go right there. 100 times 19 is 1,900. I'll get that out. So x times 95 has to equal 1,900. X times 95 has to equal 1,900. Instead of multiplying by 95, do the opposite and divide by 95. So you get that x by itself. And whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So 1,900 divided by 95 is 20. So your missing number right there would be a 20. 24 times 42 is 1,008. So 28 times x has to equal 1,008. So 28 times x has to equal 1,008. Instead of multiplying by 28, I'm going to divide by 28, so those cancel out and get that x by itself. So then I have to divide this side also by 28, and x equals 36. So that would be a 36. 8 times 9 is 72, so 12 times x has to be 72. So this might be one of those, if you know your 12s, and you know 12 times what is 72, you could just get your answer. Like if you know it's 6. But if you don't, you can say 12 times x equals 72. So instead of multiplying by 12, I'm going to divide by 12. So these cancel out, and x is by itself. If I divide one side by 12, then I have to divide that side by 12. And so x equals 6.